We have breach creatures spotted inside the operation zone.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another build video. Today we're going to focus on Nell, and she is obviously very brand new, and she hits really hard. If you build her for crit, this isn't what I would consider a Colossus build or a boss build. This is a mobbing build, and she hits like crazy, as you guys just saw in that former video. So with that, let's get on with it. All right, starting off with the modules, we went with a Shattered Heart transmod, red mod, and all that does is basically it makes her third and fourth into attack, or her fourth ability into attack instead of a buff. And then mid-air maneuvering, of course. Went with 4 crit mods. That way she's got 100% crit rate, and she hits like almost a five times crit damage. So the frontline, skill insight, skill consecration, emergency measures. Then the 2 focus mods, focus on non-attribute and focus on tech. And then we've got the 2 cooldowns, Nimble Fingers and P conversion. And then these last 2 are for range. For her third ability that throws that big circle out there, skill expansion is going to make it really big, and then amplification control even bigger. Now, you don't have to, this isn't an absolute must amplification control. You can use something else like Dangerous Ambush or Decimator, or even like a health mod just to make her less squishy. Now, these arcade triggers, they're not exactly what I would consider game-changing, but they do help a little. So you can do this or not. That's entirely up to you. But it seems like the only one that she's allowing is basically the death by 1,000 cuts. And the biggest thing about it is, as you're damaging, it'll drop like a meteor from the sky. It does a little bit of damage, but it's not anything crazy. Like I said, you can go with or without. It's not gonna it's not a game changer, but it does help. All right, next we're going with the reactor, and as you guys can see, I haven't even finished this reactor yet, so she's not at 100%. But we're going with critical hit damage because that's what she's doing, is crit, and cooldown, because we want as close to that perfect 100% cooldown as possible. As soon as I finish this reactor's leveling up the rolls there, it'll be at 100%. Okay, we went with a 2-piece hunter for the cooldown, and a 2-piece plague for the tech skill power, an extra 5% tech skill power. All right, when it comes to arcade tuning, this is a pretty basic, most common than not, this is just a pretty basic skill crit build. And you went over here, get all the crit, the skill power, skill cost, skill range, and get the gold skill power right there. Then go up here, get your cooldown, get your extra crit damage right here, then go over here, get more crit power. I'm sorry, skill power. And then the mutant cell I went with was defense neutralization. And the reason for that is because in Axiom Plains specifically, it's not that all the enemies are bullet sponges. It's more that their defense is just ridiculously high. Like, no matter how hard you hit, they're lowering how your hits by a lot because their defenses are so stupid high. So this one, whenever you're hitting an enemy with full HP, you're knocking their defense down by 50%. She's not doing fire, chill, toxin, electric, but so she's doing non-attribute, but still, she's knocking all their defenses down by 50%. So that's why that's being used, because they have stupid high defenses, and you can make yourself hit harder and harder with like non-attribute cohesion, but it's not going to really reflect as much because their defenses are that high. For the inversions, I haven't got it all unlocked yet. That is still pending because the update just came out. But for the now, we're using skill cost, the focus boost, and selective cellular stimulation for extra health. And then another word into all attribute resistance emergency antibody, because it keeps her from dying. And you guys know in Axiom Plains, there's a lot of enemies. So it's really, really good idea to have a lot of defenses and a lot of health to keep you from dying all the time. All right, guns wise, this thing is mounted with a hand cannon because of the Peacemaker giving a high boost to non-attribute powers. See, as you can tell, the crit rate's 100%, so you don't need Blue Beetle to enhance your crit rate. You can use Secret Garden to enhance your tech abilities, which her 4th and her 1 are both tech. Those are your main damage dealers. So you can do that, but the non-attribute ones, considering I've got grappling hooks on here and sprint speed, that's the one I use mainly. That's what I've mounted. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time in the next build video.